don't even know what this is. We tried to have a crossover episode with my other podcast, and alas, that was not meant to be. So this turns out to be The Poor Bastard's Almanac, episode 46, version 2. And this episode's brought to you once again by Gin and Grapefruit Juice. It's been a while, but they decided to sponsor us again.
Please hold on the line, and a manager will be with you shortly.
Oh my God. Dude, Kit Voga is my absolute favorite new YouTube channel, or latest favorite YouTube channel. I don't think it's very new.
He's overtaken Jakey for me, man. It's just hours of entertainment.
Yeah. Jakey, I don't know. Jakey and Kit are like apples and oranges, so I can't speak to that. But yeah.
Yeah, fair enough, man. Yeah. Because Jakey doesn't put stuff out all that often. I mean, it's like, oh shit, new Jakey when he's got something.
That's true, yeah. So I think last time we did this, I just started playing WoW Classic, and I said, fuck you. And I do not rescind that statement. Fuck you. For returning me back.
Now we're friends again.
Oh, man. I don't know. This game is fucking consuming. I have not touched another video game other than on my 3DS. I played some Phoenix Wright still, but I play that every night. But yeah.
I played some Tales of this weekend. One of those games. I can't remember.
Man.
But yeah, I haven't played DayZ in weeks.
Yeah, I'm probably not going to get any further in Kingdom Come Deliverance.
Until it comes to VR and you can, get scurvy and rickets and shit like that.
Yeah. But yeah, WoW Classic, I remember what I love about WoW Classic, and this was covered in a video that we saw about what do we expect from WoW Classic, and the game is slower. There's a lot more running around and kind of not doing anything. There's a lot more to be said about exploration, which I can kind of get to in a second, I think. But WoW Classic doesn't hold your hand. It doesn't point your dick where to go next. It's just, here's the world, go and find something to do, kind of. And I find that vastly more interesting than, go do this, go do this, go do that, go do that, go do that.
Go exactly here on the map to complete this quest.
Yeah.
I'm really happy that I played retail the way that I have for the past few years. I really enjoy leveling new characters and going through the, lobby quest zones and stuff. And I'd get to a point where I could solo a dungeon because I grinded my ass off on heirlooms early on, knowing that I was going to want to level different classes and stuff. So I don't feel like I'm as lost as I otherwise could be. It feels like things matter so much more. I know I've already said this, but it feels like items and shit that you would just vendor and give up. You put items on the auction house now.
Oh yeah. One level is a lot in this game.
I really enjoy how you have to spend money for spells and stuff like that.
Yeah, it kind of beats your, it beats your dick for you. I mean, not in the good way. It beats the shit out of you for you, It's kind of got that built-in, like a built-in hazing almost. It's like you got to beat your head against it for a while. That's kind of the point of the game. That's what makes end game so much more satisfying, is that you really had to bust your ass to get there. Now that you're there, it's a different game.
The honor system comes out tomorrow, and shit is about to get really real.
What is that going to change? You're just expecting more world PvP?
Yep, that's what I'm expecting. Because I think it's within 10 levels. I don't think if it matters if they're gray. I think if they're within 10 levels, then you'll still get some amount of honor from killing them.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. I'm real interested to see where WoW goes in a few years. I've said this so many times, but I guess it depends a lot on where Blizzard goes, because the future of Blizzard is not looking great right now, other than this game itself. Because people are dropping like flies out of WoW retail.
And they're trying to monetize the shit out of it to recoup those losses.
Dude, yeah. Meanwhile, somehow we got WoW Classic for the same price. You've got 2 games for the same subscription cost right now.
That was a huge selling point for me. If it was going to be a separate subscription, then I don't know.
Yeah. Well, because you quit playing retail, you know? So
yeah. Oh, yeah.
You'd be paying 2 prices for 1 game. I mean, you know, unless they did it in some other fashion where you just pay for this game. I don't know. So yeah, you know, we'll see. This is the experience I remember. It's a little bit different because everybody has a lot more knowledge today than they used to. Add-ons are certainly a little bit different. You know, most of these add-ons existed back then. They went back to the original, like, Lua API, I suppose, which they still use, but I guess they had whatever version of it back then. You know, you could do different things that you can't do, or you can't do things back then that you can do now. They like explicitly won't allow LFG apps, which I don't know, is kind of strange because we did have one of those back in the day. Not really, not that many people used it. You could find groups on it relatively easy, but it wasn't like the Blizzard, you know, looking for group thing. It just used like a proprietary channel to exchange information with other people. It's kind of neat the way that they kind of like hacked, you know, the game that way, quote unquote hacked, you know, because you're able to make like public channels for yourself. Which that's a carryover from earlier games. There's really no reason, almost no reason for WoW to have that, for you to be able to create your own channels and stuff. But that's kind of a carryover from like IRC almost. It's kind of wild. It's weird how old WoW is. It's weird that WoW was like, I don't know. I mean, EverQuest was one of, you know, the first big MMO, I guess, but then WoW came along and smashed it.
EverQuest was straight up draconian from what I understand.
I mean, at the time, it was the cutting edge. I mean, EverQuest was the only MMO there was. I mean, there were other games, but EverQuest was the most technically proficient. But yeah, I mean, somehow or another, Blizzard pulled it off. I mean, shit. After Diablo 2 and Warcraft 3, I mean, Brood War, Diablo 2, Warcraft 3, I mean, those guys, you know, as far as online games, they were on top of the world. There were no bigger games than that worldwide. Now they've been, you know, they've been taken over by League of Legends for an add-on for their own fucking game.